Marquette and Joliet, a couple of French explorers who had been exploring the Mississippi River, they had left Montreal in their canoes, gone through what is now Wisconsin, gone down to the Mississippi River, headed south, and they ran into the Spanish when they got down about where Arkansas is now. And those two didn't get along so well, and so the French said, well, let's just go back the way we came. We'll go back up the river through Wisconsin, go back to Montreal. But one of their Indian guides uttered that fateful phrase, we've all heard it, oh, I know a shortcut. And so he took them up the river of the Illini, a tribe in the central part of the state, which the French changed to Illinois, which also gave our state its name. They continued on up the river. They thought they'd make it all the way to the lake without having to get out of their canoes, but in fact, about 20 miles southwest of here, they had to get out and walk, drag their canoes, carry their goods, and then they finally got up here. They spent the winter of 1673-74 at what is now Damon Avenue and the river. Then in the spring of 74, they headed back to Montreal. They went up the east side of the lake. Nothing much happened for over 100 years after that, until 1792, when Jean-Baptiste Pont-du-Sable came here. He was a French and Haitian fur trader, and he thought that somebody was going to build a canal across that spot where the French had to carry their goods. And so he figured that would connect the Mississippi River to the Great Lakes, and Chicago would be a prime spot for a trading post. But they never built the canal, so about 10 years later he left, went down to Indiana. We never heard from him again. His major competitor in those years was a man named John Kinsey. And Kinsey came over from across the lake, came over here and took over DuSable's trading post. And he made a success of it. Slowly but surely the city started to grow, and then all of a sudden it grew fast. It was incorporated in 1833. Well, I forgot to mention, the French called the area Chicagois, but it was incorporated as Chicago in 1833. And then it started to boom. By 1850, there were 30,000 people living here, which was a good size in those years. And the reason was, in 1825, the Erie Canal was finished, which connected the east coast with the Great Lakes. And then in 1848, the canal that the French had talked about and DuSable wanted was finished, the Illinois-Michigan Canal, which connected the Great Lakes to the Mississippi River. Those two canals and other things made a waterway trading system 3,500 miles long. It started in New York City, went through Chicago, and ended up in New Orleans. It meant that the whole interior of this continent could be opened up and developed. You could put up a farm in Minnesota and know that your goods could get to a market. So the place really started to boom. It grew and it grew and it grew. Then the railroads came in the 50s. Chicago became the railroad center of the country, if not the world. And so, by 1871, over 300,000 people lived here. It was a huge city. And it was all wood. Everything was wood. And it was a hot, dry summer and fall.